Audacy check-in with Disturbed, David, Dan. Thank you, for coming on here and giving me a few minutes of your time.
Absolutely.
I just heard the new tune. Hey, you guys came out of the gate with banger. I mean, an absolute banger. Like within the first 30 seconds, I was like, here we go. People are going to love this. Are you kidding me? I mean, you guys came out swinging.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's a really good tune. Very, very happy. As a fan, I'm very, very happy. I know they're going to be happy. So I could see it as the opening song of your tour or whatever, when you guys begin all that, and killer, just killer.
That may be a very strong suggestion. I think that's not a terrible idea when the time comes. It's going to be a daunting song to start the set off.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, it's swinging right out of the gate.
Thank you.
It's got quite a strong message.
We live in rather turbulent times, don't we?
Yeah, everybody's pissed off right now. I don't care who you are. This country's in a bad mood, man.
Yeah, I think it's reflected in a lot of our colleagues' bodies of work and our body of work currently. We had 2 years of going down the rabbit hole of being, cooped up and pent up, and we're pissed off, and it's time.
Yeah, I was talking to Dave Mustaine way before COVID, and he said, rock's going to come back because rock always comes strong through really turbulent, difficult times. And in the last, 6 months to a year of coming out of Rona and all the music, like you said, all your colleagues' music coming out too, it's a very strong time for our genre, because we come out the best, right? It comes swinging the hardest.
Passionate timing inspires passionate art.
Yeah, and unafraid of the truth, whatever our truth is.
That's that wonderful, fantastic pill that nobody seems to want to swallow, do they?
No, it's because it's really big, dude. It's big. And it chokes you, right, Dan? I mean, come on.
Right.
It's insane. Dan, you have a birthday coming up.
I do.
Happy birthday. I'm not going to be able. You're a Leo.
Yeah.
You believe in that?
Nah, I don't know. I have some astrology stuff in my arm, and I have my Leo tattoo, but I'm not a big astrology guy, but whatever it is.
Because David, you're Pisces, right? Are you into that?
Look, I tend to like the water, as the water sign indicates. But I've had my love-hate relationship with the water, so who knows? I don't know. I never tend to lend too much to it, but I find it entertaining.
It's entertaining. I'm an Aquarius. I get along with everybody except for Taurus. So thank God you guys aren't Tauruses. Who is inspiring your music today outside of politics and COVID and all the anger and craziness of the last couple of years? Musically, we know who inspires us when we're younger and we're beginning. But now you guys are seasoned veterans. Obviously you inspire. Who inspires you now?
Yeah, our colleagues have been putting out some amazing work of late. I love the last Papa Roach record. I like the new Shinedown record. I love the last Volbeat record. I like a lot of the young ladies in rock who have really started to be a very dominant force. The girls in Plush, the girls in The Warning. The last Korn record was fantastic. The most recent Five Finger record was fantastic. There have been a lot of people who were very honored to be able to call our friends that have been putting out some really inspiring pieces of work. But truth be told, I mean, the ones who inspire us most musically are one another. We're very blessed to have one of those rare musical unions that you very rarely find in existence at all. And it's just very nice that when we do finally get back to the table together, and we finally do get back in front of each other, that it is very effortless and very enjoyable each and every time.
Dan, do you find it as you guys have gone, you've been together a long time, that is true because of understanding each other as people, because it's such a long-term relationship?
It's just becomes like a therapy session for us. We're able to, the bond, especially between David and I, it's for me to, just express myself musically and emotionally, and for him to rap melody around that and just complement what we're both doing. It's just a special bond. There's like David mentioned, we feel that we're just that songwriting team, that we're able to express ourselves and put our heart on our sleeve and talk about real things that have affected us in our lives. And it's, I think if you're honest and you put it out there, you realize how many people can connect to those same types of subject matter.
Especially, again, today, now everything is so deep and heavy and thick, more so than ever. And we're so, like I said, angry and or upset or passionate about whatever it is. Do you find, have you ever had any get off my lawn moments lately?
Oh,
I have.
Oh, yeah.
I did. I recently said something about these kids these days, and then I stopped myself. I was like, whoa, don't do that. Have you found yourself in any of that? Like looking back at that, going
every day with my
yes.
kids. Every day. It'll be like, how do you like this? Why do you do that? Are you into this? And like, back in my day, we didn't used to blah, blah, blah. Hey, every single day.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I've become the bitter old man I didn't ever expect to be.
Hey man,
I get.
Go ahead, Dan.
I got a couple of years on David too, so I think I've been crabbier a little bit more than he has. But I have those moments of going in the grocery store. I'm old school of holding the door for people, and then when somebody doesn't say thank you, I'm like, what the fuck? It's not my job to hold the door. I'm trying to be polite, and you can't acknowledge that. I get crabby like that.
That's great. During COVID, we had to learn. I mean, I know my life changed heavily. And I had to kind of rethink where I'm at and what I do and what I can do. Did you learn anything about yourself during the pandemic, like a new skill, or, something about yourself that you just didn't know until this kind of sat and forced you to sit in the middle of something like this Rona situation?
I learned to have greater appreciation for the teachers of America than I ever had before in my life. Yeah. And to know that I do not have the patience, or do I have the discipline to be able to be a teacher in my own right to my kid. I'm very glad that there is such a thing as school, that it is back in session. Homeschooling was tough. It's one thing to be able to passively teach someone, and then it's another thing when it's your own child and you're so vested and there's so much a part of you. It's hard to separate the emotion from the raw figures, numbers, and words. It taxed everybody, I think. That was one way, but I think the pandemic and these past couple crazy years have taught me to appreciate our ability to somewhat, at least, get back to a quote unquote normal life. When everything that you're used to gets suddenly taken away from you, you don't have a say in the matter and you have no choice. It's quite the emotional bomb that gets set off. I'm sure it messed with a lot of people. I know it messed with me too.
Dan, did you pick up any new skills? You learn anything?
I think I've learned that everybody on social media is an expert at everything. Expert doctors and expert, they're the judge, jury, and executioner of everything in the world. Sometimes it's comical and sometimes it's frustrating, and unfortunately even good friends, when you're at odds and a lot of opinions flying around out there, you just start to pick a few that you're maybe don't like as much more of that. You know, you just got to put that to the side, or try the best not to get too involved in that. But other than that, you know, I discovered that you know, how much I missed playing the stage during this whole pandemic break. It was lonely being home and having this taken away from us for a couple of years like that. Was you know, to be like many people, obviously the whole planet, just to be thrusted into this pandemic, into this world of having your life basically stripped away from you for a bit. And you know, I wasn't ready for that. You know, as we all thought it was going to be a 2-week flatten the curve thing, and it turns into a couple of years. It was, for me personally, it was hard to be away from everybody, because me and the rest of the band guys, we all live in different states. So it took a while before we even seen each other again. You know, these guys are family to me. You know, it's hard to be away from everybody that you're used to being surrounded by all the time. But you know, we're getting it back. So we're slowly, you know,
thank God,
returning. The machine is running again, and
yeah,
you know, so
back on the road. I know you guys are going to be in incarceration in Ohio in a couple of weeks. That's cool, man.
Looking
That's the
forward to
Shawshank Redemption prison.
We're all about it. We're all about it. We like
really.
Yeah, that's the prison they shot the movie in that you guys are going to be
Get
playing
Out.
in front of.
I had no idea.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, that thing's going to be smoking hot. Like the backdrop of that festival is that prison. How cool is that? I really want to go. So I see that you guys are back on the road. Obviously, this new tune, "Hey You," is just phenomenal. The digital age had made you think about how to put out music differently, David. Is that correct?
Oh God, there's so many things.
Yeah.
The digital age, people's quickness to consume, you know, their speed of consumption, the rate of consumption, the rate of burn. You know, people get very bored with things quickly too. People's attention span shrinking more and more. But beyond that, I mean, like Danny said, we were just starving to get back to what we do, and we were very eager to put this group of material, which we feel so very, very good about. I mean, "Hey You" is the tip of the iceberg in this whole situation. It's definitely a very loud and proud introduction to the record, but there's a lot more to come that I think people are going to be really blown away by.
That's wonderful. We're looking forward to it, David. Dan, if "Hey You" is any indication of anything coming from you guys, this is going to be quite the treat and a wonderful journey to hop on. So thank you guys so much for coming in for the check-in. Can't wait to see you on the road. Can't wait to hear everything that follows "Hey You." But really, I can't wait for the whole the fans and the rock community to hear what you guys got coming with this "Hey You" record. It's
you and us both.
out of control. It's wonderful. Thank you guys so much. Look forward to seeing you. Have a good one.
Thank you. Take care.